So, welcome to the GoFundMe Army. We're going to do a GoFundMe to hire all the Army people that Trump fired. That's basically the thing here. We're going to start a GoFundMe to hire all the people Trump fired. And if it's not technically a GoFundMe, I'm just going to do it myself. You can donate the money to my brand new Cash App. It's got $0 in it now. So now that I finally activated it, I think I'm just going to say that any money that goes in there will be to fund this army. And hopefully we can get some millions or billions of dollars in there. Start funding this army. Now that I think about it, I don't know if GoFundMe does millions and billions of dollars. So might be a good thing just to do this privately. But anyway, I'm Puffin. Nice to meet you. Talking about doing a GoFundMe army to hire all the generals and everybody that Trump and Hegseth just fired. So that's what we're going to do, is hire all their generals. I don't know why. If somebody else is already thinking of this, maybe they're not talking about it because they want to do it secretly. But the whole point is to not do it secretly. Um, I don't know who else is out there deciding, hey, I'm going to hire all these generals that Trump just fired. Like if the KGB or Iran or somebody is doing it, then they're doing it as part of Trump's plan. Like they're pretending that they're not the KGB or they're pretending that they're not Iran. I don't see the generals going for that. I think, or any soldiers going for that. I think what the soldiers will go for is when somebody very openly says, "Go fund me army," or whatever you want to call it, "Go fund army." Um, I think "Go fund me army" is maybe better, but I think I'll come up with something better than that. What's the other thing besides GoFundMe that people use to pool money for a cause? Um, anyway, my Cash App is $Puffindoja, PUFFINDOJA. So you can just donate to that and we'll buy the army with it. I think we've got the best recommendations in everybody that Trump fires is the highest recommendation that you can possibly get. Getting fired by Trump is like the Medal of Honor now. So we should hire all the generals and all the soldiers that Trump fires, make a well-regulated militia, as is our constitutional right and duty, and call it the Shadow Army or whatever you want to call it. This cat's name Shadow, so that's probably where I got that idea of it. Um, Call it the Shadow Army, and just put it right out there. We're forming an army to be stronger and better than your army. Even if you have all the military equipment, our army is going to be better than yours, and we're going to be your old army. Like one of the ways we're going to be a better army than your army is to hire all the generals that Trump fired, start getting everybody to quit the military and come to our military, and just take it that way. Just be the better military. It's had two football teams, but one of them was paying people, and the other people was throwing old cheeseburgers at them, throwing old McDonald's at them. No, it's not. You're an idiot. Do we need to go ahead and remove you from the chat so that you don't make people think, try to scare people away? Well-regulated militia, bitch. Well-regulated militia. You don't get any more well-regulated than hiring all the generals that Trump fired. You're scared, aren't you? You should probably leave. Like, this is the least scary stuff for you guys that I talk about. This is using the tools of the patriarchy against it. I'm usually just for, let's go ahead and smash the patriarchy. The new ice wallow. No, I didn't hear about that. Dildo Stroker. Dildo Stroker asked, did you hear about the new ice wallow? Come? Wallow? Like, maybe, I don't know what you're saying. Like, maybe if you ran it by an English speaker. Okay, so what we're doing is we're raising the funds to hire all the fire generals. Every general that Trump fired, we're gonna hire. Yeah, it's like they're trolls, dude. Don't worry about them. Every general that Trump fired, every soldier that Trump fired, we're gonna hire. It's going to be the foundations of the real army. We're not going to allow anybody who obeyed Trump's orders to remain in the army. Well, not just that, they're probably not going to survive. But the ones, and we're not going to allow their bodies to come back. That's one thing I think we should insist upon. Don't fucking bring their bodies back here. Sorry for littering Iran with our trash, but you ain't bringing them back here. And that's for the ones that survive too. They're fucking traitors. Anybody that obeys Trump's orders and isn't doing this as part of a plan to overthrow him, mutiny, whatever, join the enemy, defect to Iran. If you're not doing that, if you're not doing this for a free ride to Iran, fuck you. You're a traitor. You betrayed us for the Epstein class. So anyway, we're going to do a GoFundMe to hire all the generals that Trump we're going to hire all the generals that Trump fired. Okay? We're going to do a GoFundMe to hire them. You people can't help because you're trolling for your living. Like your job is to troll. So you obviously are desperately poor. But your trolling can activate people who actually have money who can help fund the army. We're going to hire all the generals that Trump fired. You guys with me? You don't pick the president when you impeach Trump. It's a good question, Adam Anthony. Let's address Adam Anthony's question because he's being serious. I don't think anybody else is being serious. I think everybody else in the chat is trolling. But Adam Anthony had a good question. He said, if Trump does get impeached, then in your opinion, who should we pick as president? Well, the person we should pick as president, you're asking two different questions. The person we should pick as president is Jasmine Crockett. Our next elected president should be Jasmine Crockett. But she can't be the next president because you don't get to elect your next president. When you remove presidents, you go down the line of succession. Are you with me? You just asked that long-ass question and bailed? Look, when you remove presidents, you go down the line of succession. So if we removed Trump, but we didn't remove Vance, then Vance would be the president. Why the fuck wouldn't you remove Vance? So if you remove Trump and Vance, but you don't remove Mike Johnson, then Mike Johnson is, why the fuck wouldn't we remove Mike Johnson? So if you remove Trump and Vance and Mike Johnson, then Chuck Grassley is your president. President Grassley. Now, there might be a reason why we would remove Grassley as well. And then I haven't looked into who's next below him. But that's how it works with secession. You get down to Kiefer Sutherland. I've been joking for months. You should impeach down to Jasmine Crockett. Like promote Jasmine Crockett to the level that you can impeach down to her and go ahead and make her the president that way. But I think she'll be our next elected president, meaning in 2 or 3 years, she'll beat Chuck Grassley. She'll beat President Grassley. If she's up against Trump right now, if she starts running for president before they remove Trump, it'll probably kill him. Like he probably will not be able to go one-on-one against Jasmine Crockett in the Twittersphere or whatever you want to call it, Twitlersphere. She'll probably destroy him. So that's one reason I want her to go ahead and run for president. But they should also remove him anyway, and she'll easily beat President Grassley. You guess you agree with Jasmine Crockett for president to be our next elected president? You saw that he was tweeting about Jasmine Crockett and Davy Crockett just the other day. You saw that, right? Like you didn't miss that part. What's the party? The Democrats. What do you mean, what will I name my party? It's the Democrats. I mean, I've got a party called the Peace Pipe Party. I've got a, like a deep Democrats tea party called the Peace Pipe Party. So I've got a party called the Peace Pipe Party. Weird. What a weird way to put it. Jasmine Crockett, didn't she get busted with a messed up bodyguard situation? That's like saying Renee Nicole Good's widow. Didn't she just get busted with a messed up driver situation? Like when the cops kill somebody and you're like blaming the people that the cops killed. I mean, just think about what it says about you. Rock licked, It sounds like your name should have been Boot Licked. You didn't think of Boot Licked? You just put Rock Licked? Wait, you didn't decide your name should be Boot Licked? You went with Rock Licked? Anyway, Adam Anthony says, define dress your age. How does one dress? Dude, seriously, don't talk to the trolls. Like, the trolls aren't here to be spoken to. Okay, the trolls are here as bait for real people, better people. Here, we'll just go ahead and block this one. This one's a Nazi. The Nazis that hate the worst are the ones who act like they're leftists for a second. They're the fucking worst. Park Rose Permaculture. Maybe we got Park Rose Permaculture in the chat. I'm just kidding. She's kind of okay. I don't know. The ones who do it really well, they're so much the worst people that have ever existed. They're worse than Trump Mutineers because they make us look bad, you know? Like, Trump Mutineers make themselves look bad all the time. But people that like this Lalo Nazi, no, dude, you're not them. I'm not speaking to them. I'm speaking to and about you. You're a fucking Nazi piece of shit making the left look bad, acting like it's about horticulture. Yeah, I'm Fairy Liberation Front. I'm kind of glad you came back because I wanted to tell you, yeah, plants, nothing against plants, but you ain't defending plants. You're not stopping the people who will destroy humanity on the earth and completely change our climate and everything. You're not stopping those people. You're running away like a little scared little bitch. Okay. Here we go, boss. How are you, boss? I'm pretty good. Res Os. How are you? Nice to see you again. So we're doing a GoFundMe to hire all the generals that Trump fired. We're making a well-regulated militia. You guys ready? We're doing a GoFundMe to hire all the generals that Trump fired. We're going to go ahead and talk to people who can understand this. Yeah, Trump said praise Allah. We're going to go ahead and hire all the generals that Trump fired. Yeah, Trump said praise Allah. Here, let's just go ahead and pin this comment so people can get that message across. We're doing a GoFundMe to hire all the generals and soldiers that Trump fired. We're making a well-regulated militia. Thanks, Palestine. Sorry about that, Palestine. We're making a well-regulated militia. Hello. You're here to make a well-regulated militia. Guys, what we're doing is we're making a well-regulated militia. We're not having the bot talk. We're not having the troll talk. We're making a well-regulated militia. Hear how well-regulated I'm regulating this chat? We're making a well-regulated militia where we're going to hire all the generals that Trump fired. I'm sorry. I'm glad you found this one. So what we're going to do is, no. We don't talk about Fight Club. I mean, we don't talk about that. Listen, what we're going to do is hire the generals that Trump fired. Now, I'm a fantastic leader. The two things I'm doing, the other thing I'm doing, I'm glad you mentioned my leadership qualities, because I'm also leading the Church of Judas. We replace all patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism. We're replacing the entire Christian religion. That's the Church of Judas. It's not really about remote viewing, dude. It's about you're here right now. Let's talk. Okay, we're going to replace Christianity. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to replace Christianity? Jesus is from the goddess Barbelo. Jesus set Judas aside to replace all patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism. Welcome to the Church of Judas. Goddess bless you, Mary bless you, Mary bless you, Mary bless you, Jesus bless you, Judas bless you. I bless you and bless yourself. Now you're in the Church of Judas. Now listen, guys. The Church of Judas is one thing I've done plenty of talking about. What we're talking about now is we're going to hire all the generals that Trump fired. We're going to make a well-regulated militia. Now, we replace Christianity. It's not another American on religion. It's we replace Christianity. Jesus gave us the authority to replace Christianity. Or Jesus gave us the authorization to replace Christianity. Judas, who betrayed Jesus. Exactly. You can spell his name correctly, though, while you're here. Judas. But he didn't betray Jesus. That's not what happened. Judas obeyed Jesus and could be trusted in a way that none of the other disciples could be trusted. No, I'll talk to you. I'm just saying I'll be glad to talk to you. Like, I thought I was talking to you. I'm not talking to the trolls in the chat. Every now and then, I'll say something to one of them. But that's, yeah, Jesus' name is being misused. Adam Anthony says Jesus' name is being used for power, wealth, instead of faith and love. Jesus' name is being misused. That's the Antichrist. What allows people to believe in or like Trump is the Antichrist. That's why Jesus replaces all patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism with the Church of Judas. The Church of Judas, yeah, the Church of Judas is the source of Gnosticism, Abdullah. And it's a secret church, obviously. It's the secret heart of Gnosticism that hasn't been revealed until about 20 years ago when the Gospel of Judas was revealed. And we replace all patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism. So ending war, Jesus does it through Judas, through us. Ending patriarchy, ending Trumpism, ending Christianity, Jesus does it through Judas, through us. So we're still waiting anybody good in the chat. If anybody good wants to show up in the chat, if anybody who has like the ability to contribute, who's not a bot. All right. I'm from Brazil serving the army of Ukraine. Thank you, WWND1. Thanks for being there. We're going to hire the Army of America. We're going to hire all the fired generals of the American Army who Trump fired. We're going to hire all their generals. Oh, we could have replaced Trump yesterday. You didn't help because you're a Nazi piece of shit. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to hire all their generals. Okay, I guess we needed to talk about this a little bit more before we got rid of Trump. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a GoFundMe, hire all their generals, and make a well-regulated militia or shadow army that recruits actively from the Trumpstein class army. The Trumpstein class army is going to melt into nothing. We're going to recruit them to our army, a well-regulated militia, and we're going to save America. Is the Gospel of Judas a divine revelation? Was it revealed divinely? Yes. Why, Abdullah? Does that stuff matter to you? Alhamdulillah, Habibi, this doesn't seem like a place for dawah. I don't know what dawah is. What is dawah? So tired, can't fight anymore. Good luck, Puffin. I'll take the baton, Colonel Olds. Look, dude, just have some self-esteem. I'll give you some self-esteem. I've got like extra self-esteem. You can have some self-esteem, Colonel Olds. Look, I'll power you back up. Are you ready? Have you connected to Jesus yet? Have you connected to the goddess? I'll power you back up. Steffelson's here. The court certainly think he is what? What did Adam say? Habibi, this doesn't seem like a place for dawah is the last thing. That's Abdullah. Hold on. What does Adam say? I stopped reading Adam's comments, I think. Look, you guys have to be better commenters. Steffelson's like a good person. None of you guys are probably even close to Steffelson. So we're going to listen to Steffelson. And okay, hold on. Dawah is when a Muslim preaches. Okay, well, I don't know, dude. I don't speak on Islam. Okay, yeah, we'll unite Muslims, Jews, and Christians. The first thing we're doing is uniting Christians, right? Christians have thousands of different sects. We're replacing all of them with the Church of Judas. That's a unification process as well. The ones that don't get replaced that say, no, we want to stay Mormons, we want to stay Catholics, we want to stay Methodist. They're not coming along. They're not on the bus. They're not taking the trip. They're not going to make it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the rapture. I guess in that sense, it's like the rapture. But we're not going anywhere. You know, we're replacing the churches here. Oh, I'm in the army serving as a volunteer. Thank you for saving America. Everybody in Ukraine is saving America from Trump and Putin more than anybody in America is. I would say everybody in Ukraine is saving America and Iran from Trump and Putin more than anybody in America or Iran are doing, which is pretty pathetic. But thank you, Ukraine. We owe you the life debt. We owe Iran the life debt now. But America now forever owes Ukraine and Iran everything. Forever. That's just the way it goes. We owe Iran the life debt. We owe Ukraine the life debt. And I appreciate you being from Brazil. fighting for Ukraine. I think my ex married a Brazilian guy. Democratic thinking is not a religion. No, this is a religion. The Church of Judas replaces all patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism. We replace all patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism. Either one. You can call me what you want. I accept all pronouns. Like the public universal friend. Abdullah says, as a Gnostic, do you believe the God of Abraham? Dude, stop worrying about Gnostics, okay? I'm Church of Judas. We replace all Christianity. That includes Gnosticism. Gnosticism might have been kind of cool or something. It might have been the secrets that slipped out from the Judas mystery. But it's not Jesus. Like, we're talking about Jesus, the goddess, Barbelo, and Judas. Like, get on the level. Stop worrying about petty shit. Okay, we're also going to rehire all of the generals that Trump fired. Thank you, Brightleaf. You're a fucking Nazi piece of shit, and I hate you, but I appreciate you complimenting my haircut. Listen, we're going to rehire all the generals that Trump fired. We're going to make a well-regulated militia. Are you guys fucking listening? Hit some reactions. Stop trying to type shit. You're not smart enough to type shit. Stephelson is, but I don't even think he's here anymore. This is first time I hear of the Church of Judas. Yeah, it's the first time most people heard of the Church of Judas, Abdullah. Okay, so Abdullah's smart enough because he's talking. Abdullah, listen, we're going to replace Christianity. By replacing Christianity, we're not just going to replace it for fun. Okay, we're going to liquidate the assets of every fucking church. Some of the richest organizations in the world, the Catholic Church, the Mormon Church. We're going to use those liquidated assets to make reparations to various communities, including Catholicism owes shitloads to Islam for all the fucking crusades and shit. Like shitloads, like trillions of dollars. Okay, so do you want that money? Can I buy your fucking attention? I mean, thank you for paying attention. But like, this is some serious shit. Ask about any of the shit I'm talking about. Don't ask about some other shit to try to sound smart. Just be smart and ask about the shit I'm talking about. We're going to be repurposing their churches. We can talk about that. I'm always willing to talk about repurposing Christianity. But this live is about hiring all the fired generals and replacing their army. I want that money. Okay, so you can contact people who already have money, tell them about me, they can send me their money, I can hire the army. Shit ain't hard. You can tell them about me, I'll tell them about the Church of Judas, will replace Christianity in their location. You replace them church by church, you replace them individual by individual, and you replace them church by church. You replace the entire church. You replace the entire sect of Christianity. And you ultimately replace the entire religion of Christianity. Every Christian church gets replaced by the Church of Judas. And this is the real Jesus. This isn't the Antichrist. This isn't what allows you to believe in Trump. This is the real Jesus. So you found the right live. No. Jesus and Judas are totally cool with gay people. Like, I'm sorry, you guys are too fucking stupid. We're just going to have to give up on this live, I think, because the only smart person came and left, I think. Abdullah was smart too, but Abdullah's like just getting started. He's just waking up. Fucking wake up, Abdullah. Like, let's talk. You're capable of speech, so let's talk. Yeah, when I say praise Allah, I'm not saying it sarcastically. When I say praise the goddess, I'm not saying it sarcastically. Trump said it sarcastically, so in case there was any Muslim on the planet who didn't hate them to their very soul, that Muslim is now required to hate Trump to their very soul, or they're a fucking blaspheming piece of shit, just like Trump is. Yeah, send the money to Puffin Doja, $Puffin Doja at Cash App. I just turned my Cash App on. It has $0 in it. So I'm going to go ahead and dedicate it to funding the army. We're going to hire all the army that Trump fired. We're going to replace his army. Once we hire his top general, the top general they just fired, Once we hire him, everybody else is coming to us. We're taking their army from the inside, and I'm announcing it plainly on the internet. You guys can help. You can use the hashtag GoFundMe Army. You can use the hashtag Pillow Revolution. You can use the hashtag Peace Pipe Party. You can send me money. Quote me a figure. I'm only trying to raise a few $1,000s to hire the first general for one day, symbolically. Say, look, can I pay you $15,000 for one day? But yeah, we'll probably raise billions. We'll probably raise billions, which is one reason we probably can't do it on GoFundMe. Might as well do it through my Cash App. So we're going to hire all the generals that Trump fired. We're going to make a well-regulated militia. We're going to take everybody from the army, and we're going to promise them, if you join our army, you get to be in the army in 3 years. If you stay in fucking the Trumpstein class army, if you stay in the army for the Trumpstein class, fuck you. You're going to jail. Yeah, we should team up with the Salvation Army. They would be on our side. But no, what we're going to do, that's a pretty good idea. The Salvation Army could become a real army by hiring all the generals that Trump fired. Thanks. Hope your day's going well too. You get these agreements in writing, dude, just send some money. Like it's how things work today. You start the trend. You could be the first donor to the army. What an honor, for you to turn your life around, for you to change who you are by donating to an anti-fascist army when all your comments have been working for a fascist army. But this could be the turning point for you. You could do it as a joke, but it could actually transform your life. So go ahead and send money to $Puffindoja, $Puffindoja. Blue Power Clean Green says, money, 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 war, war, war. How does this save my authentic essence, soul, power, pure energy? Well, you just missed that part. That's Jesus set Judas aside to replace all patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism. Yes, and I am wearing this shirt in honor of Iran now. And Iran's fucking Habibi Come to Iran videos are amazing. Check out Iran's Habibi Come to Iran. Yeah, see, I converted Colonel Olds from the dark side. Thanks, Colonel Olds. I'm glad you're on the good side now. Yeah, Puffindoja. That's it. Send money. We're going to start hiring the generals. It's Decepticons. We're going to go ahead. It's $1. I got it for $1 off Temu. We're going to start hiring the generals that Trump fired. Okay? All Lego stuff is for Iran. You haven't seen the Iran's Lego videos? You haven't seen Iran's Lego videos? Dude, if you're just now becoming a human after being a fascist for all these years, watching the Iranian Lego videos might do it for you. Okay, well, yeah. Have you seen the Iran Habibi Come to Iran videos with the women piloting planes? Have you seen Habibi Come to Iran yet? Look at my page. You'll see... If you look at my page, you'll see I've clipped a number of the Habibi Come to Iran videos. And then you can find the sources of those. They're much better than all American military propaganda put together. You haven't seen the Habibi Come to... Well, watch Habibi Come to Iran videos and, welcome to Islam, basically. Praise Allah. So, isn't it funny how you're the only person talking in the chat now? How everything else just melted away. Almost like a spiritual peace and hush fell upon. Because we're talking about Iran. And we're talking about repurposing Christianity. And we're talking about hiring all the generals and soldiers that Trump fired. Brightleaf says, so Euless, do a live breaking down your costs with the army in some form of agreement, and I'll pay you $15,000. Okay, so pay me $15,000. That's going to be enough. The $15,000 is to hire the first general. They just fired the top general in the American Army. We want to make him an offer. We're hiring you for all we're well-regulated militia. We've only raised $15,000 from some British guy, ironically. But we'll give you that $15,000. How long will you be our general for $15,000? 1 day, 2 days? Like, how much does it cost to hire a top general? Once you've hired that general, you put him on the GoFundMe or the campaign. You have him in your campaign saying, I'm the new general of the resistance army, whatever you want to call it, the rebellion. What do they call it in Star Wars? You know, I'm the new general. Come to me, we'll pay you. We're going to keep raising money and we're going to pay you. Once he does that, dude, big money's coming in. You're talking about millions and billions coming in. And then you have more money than the US Army to pay the fucking army. And you tell them, first of all, you're not going to stay in the US Army. If you do stay in the Army under Trump, you're a fucking traitor and we don't want you. But if you quit the Army and you join our Army, we'll pay you better with better benefits, and you're going to be in the Army when we take the country back. This is called the Pillow Revolution. We overthrow them from bed. I'm in bed right now, and this idea, it, overthrows Trump. It overthrows Putin. It overthrows the military. And we let them know. We're not even planning on maintaining an army with military. We're planning on transitioning from military to green energy conversion and rescue squads. The armies that we have in the future will be for green energy conversion projects and rescue squads. I'm not Muslim yet. What do you want here? Are you not listening to what I'm saying? Your heart is pure, too pure to be a politician. Well, I am running for president, but I'll get out as soon as Jasmine Crockett gets into the race. Pillow revolution. Yes, pillow revolution, because we can do it from bed. Hashtag pillow revolution. You'll find about 6,000 videos. Maybe 15,000 videos under the pillow revolution. So feel free to join the pillow revolution and use the hashtag pillow revolution. Brightly says, I'm down. You can say I've committed 15,000, but you've got to get the cost first. If he raises, then that's fine. 100,000 is my upper limit. But I've got to see the chain materializing. It's not hard, dude. Why did you pretend to be a fascist this whole time? Keep in mind, Puffin has uploaded 71,000 times. He's a Decepticon. How much does it pay? How much does the regular army pay? We'll double it. Let's just get this ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck your army. Fuck your Trumpstein class army. We're taking that shit. If there's anybody good in it, we're going to hire them for our well-regulated militia. But what should we call it? The rebellion? What do they call it in Star Wars? The resistance? The rebellion? Going rate is $200 a day. $200 a day is what the suckers and losers get paid? Oh, gosh, that's easy to beat, dude. I'm going to get you in Colorado. This guy in Israel. Aren't you getting bombed in Israel right now? Aren't you in Israel getting bombed? You better pray. I should pray? Aren't you the one having bombs drop on you in Israel right now? Aren't you the one having bombs dropping on you in Israel right now? Aren't you hearing air sirens like and having bombs dropped on you in Israel right now, and you're telling me I should pray, trying to threaten me? See how scared I am? Nope, Israel's safe. Okay, anyway. Sorry, guys. We might have to go do something else today. I think I've gotten across to a few of you. The resistance is Terminator. Unless you're John Connor, you can't call it the resistance. Well, I can call it the resistance. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I think... I'm trying to remember when Luke first met Obi-Wan. I was like, you were in the resistance? Did he say resistance or rebellion? Because I know it's called the rebellion. But didn't he also call it the resistance? So safe, the Jews are going back to Europe. Well, Europe is apparently really nice. And there's not currently bombs falling on it. I'll order my flight to Colorado and come show you not to disrespect Israel ever again. I thought Israel's airports were closed down and people had to take boats to get out of there because your airports got closed. You dumb fucks. Do you see how everyone's gloating over people bombing Israel because of what you guys did to Gaza? I warned you about this for 2 fucking years, but Net and YouTube didn't let anybody see it. So you get what you get. I did my part. I'm going to join the gloaters now. I'm laughing at you. Laughing at you getting bombed because you tried to kill so many people. Ha ha, that's how everyone fucking feels. Fuck all you Zionist pieces of shit. Europe includes Ukraine. You clown. Stuffelson said something. Stuffelson says, Tycoon, you don't have the guts. He's just a liar, dude. He's never even been in Israel. And he's like claiming to be from Israel. He's like, oh, a bomb almost hit my house. You can send $5 to the Cash App, dude. Okay, can't just send okay, I see what you're saying. You can't just send $15,000 to a random Cash App and write it off as accountants would have a seizure. Don't send that much at once. Send some money to get the ball rolling. That's the whole point. It's magic as much as it is finances, but we don't have to talk about that part because we're hiring an army. So it's finances. Once you get the ball rolling, other people will donate. Once thousands of people have donated $15,000 themselves, and we have, $150 million in there, $450 million in there, you can donate $15,000 and it'll be part of the whatever. Yeah, we'll have accounting and stuff, sure. Yes, all war will be gone. Yes. Yes, we have somebody who can think in the chat with the Naruto profile picture. Yes. In 3 years. I see your 30 years. I raise you to 2 years. Like, why don't we do it next year? Trump's IQ doesn't matter. Trump has Putin's IQ. Trump does everything Putin wants him to. Putin has controlled both sides of this war. He's the very obvious person who's controlled both sides of the Iran USA-Israel war. It's a war between two Russian proxies. Well, that's stupid, Like, he's sold them both out to various degrees. He sold Trump out. If he tricked Trump into attacking Iran, if Trump knows he's destroying America for Putin, then it's all just whatever. But if Trump actually thought he was going to win this shit, and he's not trying to destroy America for Putin, like consciously, then yeah, Trump tricked him and sold him out. Well, Putin tricked him and sold him out. Putin also ordered Trump to attack Iran. So if Putin's supposed to be Iran's ally, he ordered his little bitch to attack Iran. He killed your supreme leader. So again, Iran can't really defend itself against America if it's not willing to defend itself against Putin too, because Putin runs Trump. That shit's too simple for Iran to have missed. Iran is obviously, people running Iran are obviously highly intelligent. They didn't miss that. They might not be acting on it yet, but they didn't miss it. Yes, I agree. Arvinzo, we need to talk. You and I need to talk, Arvinzo. He says, because I think the world will have a great future because people actually begin thinking. I know you meant future. Thanks, Typo Fairies. No, Trump, the guy who said praise Allah. Trump, the guy who said praise Allah. Trump, the guy who said praise Allah. Thanks. Trump, the guy who said praise Allah. You know what I'm talking about? Trump, the guy who said praise Allah, but he's not a Muslim. He said it to piss off the rest of the Muslims. Any Muslim he hadn't pissed off, he said praise Allah to piss them off. Because he said, praise Allah, I'm going to send you to hell. That's the way Trump put it, you fucking bastards. He said, fucking open the straight, or I'm going to send you to hell. Praise Allah, is what he said. I'm a lot more Muslim than Trump, I'll put it that way. Praise Allah. When I say praise Allah, I mean it. I don't mean I'm making fun of you. But I say praise the goddess. Thanks. Making assumptions to yourself. Is that healthy? Yeah, sorry about the angry Zionists. But think about it. The fact that they hire 15 different people to troll my chat. Think about how much the Zionists fear what I have to tell you. They hire 15 people to troll my chat. It's pretty bad every single day. Some of them have been here up to 60 times. They've been in the live 60 different times. I usually live stream for about an hour. So they've been here for 60 hours of their lives just to troll me. I don't know how much vodka they get for that. Thanks. I'm a little congested now. But I'll sing you a song. I'll sing you Champion of Accomplishments. Rising slowly up the tower, thrones fleeting out of your hand, throwing lightning bolts to open up the sky, with keys you drew out of the sand. Someone's waiting in the boss room. You've got the skill to take him down. Please remember before you level up, and take just one more look around. You're the champion of accomplishments. Champion of accomplishments. Champion of accomplishments. You're the champion of accomplishments. Champion of accomplishments. Champion of accomplishments. I think you'd better take this with you. It can help you on the way. All these tricks and traps and treasures are here to show you how to play. You're the champion of accomplishment. Champion of accomplishment. I'll address the question in the chat. Would you want to convert and become a full Muslim? Let's just pin it. Listen. Would you want to convert and become a full Muslim? Did you not see what's his name tell you to stop? So I'm already more Muslim than you are. Because I at least understand that in Islam you're supposed to stop. There's a holy power to stopping. And if someone told you or asked you to stop, that'd be the time to stop. But you didn't stop. So I'm more Muslim than you are. Think about it. I just out-Muslimed you. You thought you were going to convert me, and then you found out you weren't really what you claimed to be. Think about that. Well, don't be sorry. Just think about it for a second. I'm going to replace the Christian church. Okay? You maybe weren't paying attention when you came in. Have you ever heard of Christianity? I'm going to replace it. I'm Church of Judas. Okay? Would you like to be Church of Judas? Would you like to join the Church of Judas? It doesn't replace Islam. It replaces Christianity. I just out-Muslimed you. I'll out-Muslim all of you. I'll out-Muslim goddamn Donica Patinsky, Trump. When he said praise Allah, he was being sarcastic and meant it as an insult. When I say praise Allah, I don't have any, I have no issue with Islam. Yeah, the Church of Judas is the one that replaces Christianity. So you know how Christians have probably killed people in your religion for thousands of years? We're going to replace Christianity. Are you down? The Church of Judas. The Church of Judas replaces the Church of Betrayers, Christianity, the false and fake religion. I was going to do a whole GoFundMe about recruiting the generals, about having a shadow army, about a GoFundMe army that replaces the American army. No, I am a Muslim. Right, it doesn't make you not a Muslim. You can also be in the Church of Judas. If you want to be in the Church of Judas to replace Christianity, you're in. I'll convert you. I mean, I'm not converting you. You're still a Muslim, right? But I'll give you the Church of Judas to add to that if you're willing, because that's what this is about. It's not about what you think it's about. It's about what I'm telling you it's about. And this is from Allah. So, are you listening? Okay. Bye-bye. The Church of Judas. I want to replace every church to the Church of Judas. Yes, exactly. Thank you. That's exactly what it is. Every Christian church gets replaced. That means Catholicism gets replaced. Orthodoxy gets replaced. Evangelicalism gets replaced. Mormonism gets replaced. Scientology gets replaced. Even churches that don't seem to be anything to do with Jesus, but they're still churches, offshoots of Christianity, they all get fucking replaced. Yeah, it's like gay Jesus. Exactly. The Church of Judas, is that like a gay Jesus? Exactly. It's like Jesus and Judas. It's pro-gay. It's pro-feminist. It's pro-environmentalist. It's pacifist. It's all the stuff that Jesus is. No, it's not expensive. What? Isn't that quite expensive since there's many churches? Dude, it's not about you just have to go pay for a new sign for all the churches. You convert the churches. The churches get repurposed. Some of those churches just get sold off. What do you need those buildings for anyway? They got a cool club in Denver called The Church. That's an old church that's been turned into a club. You just sell those churches. You sell some of the churches off. Yeah, I've seen Happy Gilmore. Jackass. Why? Everybody's seen Happy Gilmore. What do you mean the ecclesia? What the hell is the ecclesia? I'm sorry, everything in Christianity gets replaced by the Church of Judas. This is just a Jesus prophecy. This is probably the first you've heard of it, but now you've heard of it. Jesus, yeah, I'll go on a date with you. Jesus set Judas aside. I like women though, so be a woman. Jesus set Judas aside outside of Christianity to come back at this time and replace all Christian churches. Naruto, or Avenzo, nice to see you again. We replace all Christianity with the Church of Judas. We're also going to replace the U.S. Army with the rebellion. I don't know. What are we going to call the army? We got to come up with a name for it. But we're going to replace the U.S. Army. Does the Church of Judas believe in the Trinity? I mean, ambivalent. I don't think so. I think the Trinity is probably something in Christianity, which is a trap religion. So maybe, I don't know, if it does believe in the Trinity is the goddess, the Holy Spirit, and Jesus. If it believes, I don't even know if it believes in the Trinity. It's come up before, but I don't know. I mean, isn't the Trinity one of the defining characteristics between two different sects of Christianity? So why would Church of Judas take a position on that? Oh, you were right all along, or you were right all along. Both of them are probably wrong all along in different ways. Yeah, we're replacing all. See, this person says Trinity is paganism. I'm a pagan, so I got no problem with that. I don't consider that an insult. I'm a witch myself. But the Church of Judas replaces all Christianity. So when you ask about, well, what about this Christian concept? Probably gets replaced. What about this Christian concept? Probably gets replaced. Because the thing is, the Church of Judas replaces all patriarchy Christianity. I don't know if you guys are missing something here. The Church of Judas replaces all your churches. All your bases belong to us. The cornerstone that the building rejected becomes, or the stone that the building rejected becomes the cornerstone. That's what this is. This is fulfilling a Jesus prophecy. Arvenzo says, honestly, I'm a Christian, but all of this, if you don't do that, you go to hell. Yeah, that's all bullshit. All that Christianity was a trap. This isn't Christianity. This is post-Christianity. This is what replaces Christianity. Honestly, I'm a Christian, but all this, if you don't go to that, you go to hell. I don't believe that because Jesus taught us to love, not if you do things wrong, you shall get eternal torture. Exactly. Jesus is real and true. Christianity is fucking bullshit. Do you blame Jesus for Hitler? Do you blame Jesus for Putin? Do you blame Jesus for Trump? No, you shouldn't blame Jesus for Hitler, Putin, or Trump, but you damn sure should blame Christianity. That's how you can tell the difference. Christianity is responsible for Hitler. Christianity is responsible for Putin. Christianity is responsible for Trump. Jesus is not. So Jesus is not Christianity. Jesus is the fucking opposite, honestly. Honestly, I'm a Christian, but all of this, if you don't do that, go to eternal torture. The Jerusalem Crusaders, right. So Christianity has trillions of dollars in reparations to make to the Middle East, and billions and trillions of dollars in reparations to make to the Native Americans. We liquidate the Catholic Church's assets, all their relics, all that stuff. You sell it to museums or something. You get the cash for it, and you return all the relics they've taken from other places too. Yeah, the Church of Judas believes in the equality of every religion. Yeah, it's not again, one of the things that Christianity did that was bullshit and evil was try to replace other religions. So you reverse that. You do reparations for trying to replace other religions, and then you become the main force in the world for trying to restore lost languages, lost cultures that you played the largest role as Christians in destroying. Sorry, I'm going to run out of battery here pretty soon, so I'm going to plug this up. I appreciate you guys actually talking to me about this stuff. It takes so long to get intelligent people in the chat on fucking net and YouTube. And then it takes so long to get intelligent people to start speaking intelligently. But thank you. It's much appreciated. My fucking plug's not plugged in. But anyway, I'm just frustrated because it's like, oh, we're finally talking when there's 10 minutes left of the live. And the battery's about to die. And hooray. Are you a gangster? I love you. I love you too, Minister Timothy Presents. Hello, friend. Hello, Sergeant Bulldog. Okay, we're catching up on the chat. It's nice when you can actually read every comment in the chat because the trolls realize they don't have any power here. Adam says Christianity is also responsible for the atrocities by the European colonies. Yeah, so we're replacing empire, we're replacing colonizers, we're replacing the boarding schools, we're replacing all the child abuse and adult abuse, we're replacing all the genocides, we're replacing all the crusades. I mean, you can't bring these people back to life. A lot of the crusades and genocides and stuff was from thousands of years ago. But you can do what you can do to support the descendants and the remnants of the cultures you tried to destroy. Imagine dissing God. Dude, your God is fake. I'm not dissing something real. I'm dissing your fake God. Jesus is from the goddess. Like, I'm fully authorized to say all this stuff. You can probably tell if you have a soul. Bro is a lost adult. Study ancient Hebrew and Greek scripture. King James onward corruption. Clubus. Dude, I mean, I'm glad you think you're smart, but you're not. You just came to the one that can prove that to you. Arvenzo said, like, I believe that Christ is Lord and Son of God, but not hell is real. Hell's fake. Yeah, hell is not real. Like, I believe that Christ is Lord and Son of God, but not hell is real because hell is an evil in one place. I don't think Jesus would like that. Yeah, hell is fake, dude. There is no hell. Hell is a lie they sold to scare you into their religion. Again, their religion is fake. Their religion is a trap. Jesus is real, but Christianity is a fake trap religion, which is why it gets replaced. I'm not talking about replacing it because I want to be the one in charge or something. I'm talking about replacing it because it's wrong and needs to be replaced. See, Doings is onto it. He says, I believe the earth is hell and we all go to heaven for our suffering. Let's just say we all go to heaven. But when Bibi Netanyahu went to heaven, he saw hundreds of thousands of children he recently killed and sent there, and other people. You know? Awkward. Minister Timothy says, Christ loves you too. Hypocrites are not Christ's sheep or his church. Do not be deceived. Right, but a lot of them say they are. And they're mostly good people, misled by some evil people. So you have some evil people misleading a large group of good people. To me, it sounds like a trap. You just activate the good people with the Church of Judas. They overthrow their leaders. They make their church into a Church of Judas. Done, done, done. It starts spreading like wildfire. I troll. I am a fisher of men. I call that angel fishing. You're not really trolling. It's the same principle, but you're trolling from heaven. I call it angel fishing. It's the opposite of trolling. Hello, Pakistan. I'm so jealous of you Pakistan people because they made that video in Iran that's like, you can see it. It's probably about 10th on my channel. I clipped it. This girl's like, the people of Pakistan who love Iran, we love you too. I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I was Pakistani now. Never wanted to be Pakistani so bad. But hello, Pakistan. Thank you for supporting Iran. What is a PMA? I don't know. Has anyone ever looked into the Ottoman tribe? The Ottomans, like the Turkish Empire? The Ottoman Empire? You can't get rid of that stuff. It's baked into culture. You can get rid of patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism. Am I one of those intelligent viewers? Yes, Arvanzo. You're the most intelligent viewer. Like, by far. I don't think anybody intelligent here is still here. You're like the only intelligent person in the chat, as far as I can tell. What is the golden ratio? Where did it come from? Geometry? Greece or something? Like, seriously, why are you trying to distract from the topic at hand? Jesus wouldn't want his followers to force and remove other people's religion and language, right? Christianity was a trap. It's an antichrist trap. Jesus wants to undo that damage. So welcome to the Church of Judas. God has bless you. Mary bless you. Mary bless you. Mary bless you. Jesus bless you. Judas bless you. I bless you. And bless yourself. What do you mean Jesus is real? You mean the stuff he done is real? Yeah, Jesus is real. They just took out a lot of the stuff. They just changed a lot of the stuff to present him to you to get people to believe in what could be twisted into the Antichrist. Arvenzo says, because I worship Jesus and God, but not that hell is real. If you don't do one death sin, you go to eternal torture. Like, that's bullshit. Yeah, it's all bullshit, dude. It's to scare you into a fake religion. Good to see you, Deadman System. When do you go live? I'll be waiting for the live. You know, it's random times. Sometimes I go live in the daytime lately, but mostly I usually go live in the middle of the American night. Minister Timothy says, yes, do not follow the puppet at the pulpit. Seek the treasure of truth for yourselves. When you truly find it, you will never let it go. Also for yourself, you must look into PMAs. May help you. Just tell me what it is, dude. I'm not going to look something up because you recommended it in the chat. I'm still supposed to look up Dark Woke, some song called Dark Woke. I forgot to look it up. But hey, Deadman System, the main theme of this live, we got off talking about the Church of Judas stuff, but you've heard that before. The main theme of this live is let's hire the generals. Trump fired a bunch of generals. Let's do a GoFundMe and hire them. You can send the money to my Cash App to get it started. Puffin Doja, $PUFFINDOJA. Let's hire all the generals and all the soldiers that Trump fired and start a well-regulated militia to replace the American army. Let them know where we will hire you in our army, and we're not going to let you in the army once the Democrats or whoever takes over the White House next. You're not going to be in the army if you stayed in the Trumpstein army. If you stayed in the Trumpstein army, you can't be in the army next year. If you join our army, you'll be in the army next year. You'll get promoted. So let's replace their army. Welcome to the Pillar Revolution. In my opinion, where do evil people like Netanyahu go after death? Well, when Netanyahu died 4 weeks ago, I think he probably went to heaven like everybody does, but it's awkward for him because he sees hundreds of thousands of people he just killed, including lots of children and babies that he just killed, there in heaven, are there to greet him. Pretty awkward. Arvenzo says, because people always twist God's word into you should be scared of God because he can get you to hell. That's bullshit. Yeah, it's just that God is fake. That's a fake God. Jesus is not from that God. Jesus is from the goddess. Check out the hashtag Church of Judas. You'll see some more. Luke Hudson says, I think all should live in peace and stop being trapped by all the bullshit religions. It's just about being part of something. Community religion is all nonsense. Well, we get that idea because of Christianity, which is a fake religion. Other religions aren't like that so much. Deadman System says, but the groups have already been forming. So Deadman System, again, we're going to hire private members agreement, PMAs. Okay, we're not doing something private. We're forming an army. It's an army that anyone can join. It's going to replace the American army. It's going to replace the Trump-Boutonniere army, the Trumpstein class army. The main thing we have to do is hire the main general. Trump just fired the main general. Let's hire him. Let's put together a GoFundMe and hire him. A couple $1,000 would probably hire him for an hour or two. Like, we just need to hire the general that Trump fired, one of many, many generals that Trump fired, and then start hiring the rest of them, and then get them making commercials that say, come join our army. Fuck the Trumpstein class army. Quit that army. Join our army. You know, everybody goes to heaven. That is just. That's fair. Christianity is not a fake religion. Yeah, it is. God is Father Jesus. No, Jesus is real, but Jesus is from the goddess. That's how bad Christianity is. Jesus isn't from God. The God is fake. Christianity's fake. Jesus is real, but Jesus is from the goddess. Check out the Church of Judas. You'll see what I'm talking about. God isn't that God is made up. Yeah, the army has already been joining and forming, but I'd agree with you. What's super gay army? Yeah, we could call it the super gay army. Are they forming another army already? Are the army people already leaving the army and forming another? I know they're leaving the army, but are they forming another army? Because I could be doing something redundant here. But I feel like I'm the only one even talking about this. Let's hire everybody that Trump fired from the army and make a well-regulated militia. Will the army replace the U.S. Army? Yes. Like, the two ways we do it is by starting, and once we even have 5, 10 people in our army, we say, look, you're not going to be allowed to be in the army. Once we get rid of Trump, anybody who stayed in his army is kicked out. Anybody who leaves his army and joins our army is promoted in the army. You don't have to agree entirely with me. Check out the Church of Judas for the Judas stuff. Help promote raising a GoFundMe. Check out my Cash App, PUFFINDOJA. $PUFFINDOJA. Send the money there and we'll start raising the army. Thanks.